Joseph YouTube, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I left him because it felt like I was asking him for too much. Guys, I'm reacting to this video because I saw that it had over 1 million views and there was some stuff that needed to be talked about. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
They're really right when they say that when you are with the right person, you will never feel like you are asking them of too much. And I am currently dealing with someone to where I think asking him of anything is asking too much.
Okay, guys, so right off the bat, you know, it's easy to hear people but not listen to what they're saying. She says, when you're with the right person, then you can never ask them for too much. That's just not true. Yes, you can. You can ask the right person for you, which is the person who you decide is for you, right? There's no such thing as soulmates. Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee.
And you can definitely ask that person of too much. Listen, guys, this video had over 1 million views and a bunch of women who agreed with this. And this is the mindset of a lot of people approaching dating today, is that there's some person who your expectations and what you expect of them will not be too much. It definitely can be too much for the person who is your person, right? Let's keep listening.
Which I know I'm not, because I'm actually asking for the bare minimum. So something that I really value in relationships is consistent communication. And surprisingly enough, this person does not give me consistent communication. So earlier this week, I had made the decision to sit down with him and tell him in person that I needed consistent communication in order to feel safe and secure in this relationship. Side note, another way that I know that this person is not right for me is because I spent days planning this speech that I was going to give, where I feel like if it was the right person, I would just be able to openly share my feelings with him and not feel like I'm walking on eggshells, being afraid to say the wrong thing and scare him away. But anyways, the day came and I finally sat down with him. I got the courage to start the conversation, and I tried my best to not put all the blame on him. So I worded it more so in terms of like, it hurts me when I'm ignored, or it hurts me when we go days without talking to one another, because like I said, I didn't want to attack him, even though it 100% is all on him. Conversation went well. It seemed like he took it in a good way. He said, "Thank you. I really appreciate you telling me that." And I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what happens. This boy.
Oh, come on. Here come the insults. Let's go.
Lasted 2 days. 2 days texting me and following through with my need for consistent communication. The first day, I did not hear from him until 11:15 p.m. I actually woke up to that text because I had do not disturb on my phone and I was already sleeping. And then the second day, I actually only heard from him because I had a question that I needed to ask him, and then he responded. And then did not hear from him at all yesterday, and I heard from him again today, claiming that he was super, super busy. And again, this just really solidifies to me that this is clearly not the right person for me, because if he valued me, at least in the slightest, he would make it a priority to make sure that he makes contact with me at least once a day, because I told him that it makes me anxious and worried when I go days without hearing from him. And honestly, I feel like asking for daily communication / acknowledgement is not a big ask at all. But since this is the wrong person, I honestly am made to feel like I am asking for so much. And that is not fair to me.
Okay, so the wrong person, and you're looking for the right person who, no matter what you ask, there's no such thing as too much. What's obviously happening here in this situation, guys, is this woman is shooting outside of her league. Now, you may say, well, how do you know that, Chisha? Well, because there are 1 million views on this video and a bunch of people who agree with her. Plus, I actually remember this chick from a video I did a while back where she said, I am not willing to lower my standards, probably delusional expectations of the type of man I deserve, just because that man is better for me, good for me. I basically want what I want. And she was like, I'm done dating. Most women share that same sentiment. It's like, They're chasing after men who they believe they qualify for and giving up on dating overall and thinking they're no good men. But if you look at the type of man a lot of these chicks want, it's like this man has options and you are just another difficult woman who he can't keep it real with and say, I expect this, this, and that. He's already seen your personality. He's just using you for what he can, and that's most likely the cheeks. But in case you don't believe me, here's the video of her saying it herself. Let's get it.
Tonight I came to the conclusion that I am officially done pursuing any sort of relationship. I am so tired of thinking it's gonna work out with someone and then it doesn't work. Like, there's literally no point for me anymore to even try because, one, it's very rare that I find someone that I actually feel like opening up to, and once I do open up to someone, like, I assume that they feel the same way about me as I do about them. And then what ends up happening is I just end up getting hurt because I love really, really hard and I just choose the wrong people. And unfortunately, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have it in me to find someone that like is healthy or good for me. Like, I obviously want that, but that's not what I'm attracted to. And so I'm not like
I'm not attracted to what's healthy and good for me.
I'm not gonna sell for someone that I'm not attracted to just because like they're good for me. And I know that sounds really bad.
I want you guys to make sure you heard that. I'm not, it's like some Inception shit right here. I'm not gonna settle for someone who I'm not, you know, necessarily as attracted to because they're good for me. So this guy knows what he's talking about. Sometimes in life, you have to choose, you have to compromise what's good for you for the way someone makes you feel. That's right. Again, guys, it's nothing to do with being 50 or getting older. It's all in here. Mindset.
I hope that makes sense. I'm just genuinely at a point right now where I would so much rather be like single and alone and in peace than ever get into something ever again where I'm the one that's left.
Okay, so how does this help you? Well, number one, obviously, man, if you are a guy right now who works on yourself, improves, builds yourself up to be a man in that top echelon %, then you have every woman who looks at you and says like, I deserve that. Literally every woman, regardless, all shapes and sizes, different cultures, background. As long as they're modern women, they will flock to you. Now, let's say you're not that guy. Well, in that case, you want to really be aware as you date out here. Make sure you're not dealing with the type of woman who comes and approach the relationship situation with you like she's doing you a favor, like, oh, I'm settling with you, because chances are all these chicks have a man who they can settle with, and it's not settling, it's the man that's probably right for them if they have the right mindset. Of course, we're talking about cooperative and non-modern, more traditional type mindset. You just got to be aware here, man. You got to understand this stuff, and it takes a bit of thinking. You can't just jump into the dating market because it's crazy. People out here delusional. But as always, guys, we got some comments here from other people. Let's see what the people have to say. First comment here says, I've been through that situation with my abusive ex-partner. It makes you feel so alone. Won't ever settle again. If somebody isn't communicating with you, it's because they don't want to communicate with you. That is not the man for you. Or if you are a man and you're dealing with a woman who shows a lack of interest, because that's what that is, then you move on, right? The problem is women don't lack sexual access the same way men do. And in turn, these women get strung along so that they could get that sexual access. For a man, you know that, right? She's not gonna just string you along and force you to bust the cheeks because she can't get laid, because all women can get laid, right? She's not gonna put you through that and you're sitting there like, oh, you just use me for my body and my joystick. It's a different reality. But you don't chase the chicks who aren't communicating with you as much, right? You want women who have high interest in you. Here's another comment that says, I feel you. I've been learning, though this might be anxious attachment and the need for constant communication is my anxiety. It's okay for adults too. Another comment here says, yeah, I've texted doctors before and even they text back the same day. So nobody's ever too busy. It's just priorities. Yes, within reason, that is true. But there is such thing as expecting too much from a busy man, right? In most cases, these chicks are part of the rotation. He doesn't have time for all of you. Another gentleman here says, no one is too busy. We make time for those who matter. There is someone who's going to cherish you for you and not beg for love/attention. You'll see me read comments from men here who side with these chicks, but understand that these men, they don't understand. They don't get it. They're not seeing things from the same angle. In order to get that, what you need is a healthy dose of caffeine. We got another guy here who says, dude can't even do the bare minimum run, right? The bare minimum. He's just not interested in you. Another comment here says, days without talking is a no-no. You're not wrong. And so, again, this is not somebody who can't get what she wants. It's somebody who just said, I don't want somebody that's good for me because I won't be as attracted to that. I want what I deserve. And when you're chasing after that, you're going to have to deal with more of the BS. But as always, guys, I'm curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.